GM. Welcome to my Fours Normal Top GM Guide, Livecom, whatever you want to call it. Why should you trust me? This used to be Fours record. I used to be Fours record holder. Nah, I know that doesn't mean much for a GM time, but it means I know what I'm on about to some degree. The setup is this. I know it looks weird, just trust me on it, it's fine. It's to minimize trading and to maximize everything else. The idea here is you only do one trade after bloat. And we're going to be one downing bloat, which is why all the necks are here. If you don't want a one down bloat, that's absolutely fine. You can get the time easily without. We're just doing it to secure the time. It gives you like 40 seconds ahead of everyone else. And it just means it's a one and done. It does mean though that you have to learn 3 in p-necking, which can be a little bit difficult at first, but well worth learning, and it'll be an enjoyable experience, I promise. So here, we're going to be entrying with a hammer. If we get drained, this is absolutely fine. This is why we have an extra divine on this character. So here, we're going to be stacking 70s on 50s. So we're just going to stay attacking here. And our other spec will be for a claw skip. Just make sure we clear these crabs. Old ones first, then the new ones. Could have played those slightly better, but it doesn't matter. We're one downing. The maiden doesn't need to be good. You can basically have a 1 minute 40 cutoff if you're doing the one downs. Clawing to secure the skip. And that's a very decent maiden time. On to bloat. 3 of you are going to be in. The 14 necks are all going to be standing on the same side. You're going to be at the front of bloat. The 10 necks is going to be the back of bloat. All 3 of you will have BGSs on your characters. You're just going to all BGS entry. And just hope that it zeroes defense. If it's not, you should still get it. Perfect play here is kind of needed. Just download the PNEC plugin. Every time you hear a jingle, put on a neck. You don't need to make sure you get all hits. You just need to make sure you get most of them. So what we're going to do here. We're on the front side because we've got 14. And just copy the entry I'm about to do. No other way I can say it. It's basically, when you see the number pop up above his head, that's when we go. Or he attacks, 1 tick, and then we go. So just spamming P-necks here. Just watching out for hands as much as we can. Obviously, if you haven't done this before, it's not the easiest thing in the world. Once bloat's gone down, we're going to put P-neck on, salve on, and just use the claw spec. This should give a 1 down bloat very, very easily. Pretty much every time if you don't make mistakes. This is the reason for the moth mix. Oh, I misclicked. But yeah, that's the reason we have the moth mix. This is a DD ticky for the whole team. It means that we get at least 1 extra swing, maybe 2. And that will just guarantee it even further. Go back, grab your stuff. And the melee DPS will have our potions for us. As I say, setups are in the description. The only trade you have to do now is one to get our potions. The second one to trade the heart over for some range gear. Right. Sorry, just sorting out the trades. So as you see, we all get 1 divine, 1 normal. As the ranger, you'll get the range pots. you'll be pot sharing. You can eat the heart and then trade your mage for the range gear. Sorry about the delay. I do apologise. I wasn't too clear about trades with him beforehand. And I know it looks like very little range gear. I promise it's more than enough. This will get you through Nylo a million times out of a million. We're just going to buy 1 stamina here because we're pot sharing, 1 prayer pot, 3 sharks. Just going to drop the normal super combat outside, we won't be needing that. Making some room at the top of my invent because we'll have to do some off takes. Sounds scary, I know. It isn't, I promise. You will be absolutely fine no matter what. Can leave the P-necks as well, we won't be needing those in Nylo. So just here, 3 items take off. Oh yeah, sorry, we have to trade some darts as well. And then they will trade the heart and the darts between them. Eating the combat now. Pot sharing the range. Pot sharing the stam. Can leave those behind. Starting on tick 0 is very important here. Well, not very important, but it's important. It saves ticks. Every tick you're not on 0 is minus time in the room. The 0 just means it insta starts. So it's doing a rotation now. If you watch the trio guide, similar kind of thing. You just kind of click and you kind of win. That's the aim. Just remember, if you've been equipping your stuff, gotta remember to de-equip. That's the only annoying bit about it. Can send a T-bow there instead of a chin, that's my mistake. I'm yapping. So mage should take care of the east side. Just need to chin these two. Now instead of hitting west, we're going to be hitting south here. We're just stalling slightly, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't matter. It's just so long as you get the gist of it, that's all that really matters. Once 16 spawns, so you can kill that 14. Keeping bigs alive, as same as trios. We just want to kill them at the right time. Once it's 18 attacks, you can kill all of them. 20 west, when it flickers. Doubles 21. I want to hit a 22 west as well. I AFK'd a little bit there, but happens. Blowpipe into 23 south. Didn't have a blowpipe, so just went straight to 23. 23's west. 24 west. Then we get one more blowpipe into a 25 south. Now we just want to clean the room. As 25 gets here, you can kill that. 27 south is going to be us. 28 south. 29's west. Obviously not spawning, so we're just going to clean the room a little bit. 29's west. Make sure the big dies, that's your absolute priority. Killing the 31 non-splits now. Once they're dead, you can kill splits. Nothing really to chin for me here. Perfect. And that's 3-minute waves, which is absolutely more than enough. Got to pot share the other range pot here. Gonna leave that rest of it behind. I'm going to off-pray the first thing for Avenge. T-bow, blowpipe, ZCB. Got all the Venge so we can take off praise. Nice. That's a decent Nylo room. So for Sote, same as the trio, we're going to be 2-3. We're going to be 2-3. So we can enter entry hit with a ZCB. Just make sure you keep venging people. Always a fight for West. Take a couple Avengers. Make sure you're potted. Then when we're in the maze, we're going to eat sharks. That's an unlucky proc. Equip a hammer. We're just going to insta-hammer. Can we revenge ourselves? Remember, we have no tickets now, because I'm an idiot and ate both the moths. We kind of want to keep the second moth, usually. Oh, I'm blind. Then as this maze starts, we're going to equip hammer. Call out for your team where it is. Run it as so. Insta hammer. Calm the no ticket just in case they thought I was. It's all just communication at the end of the day. Kill Sote, decent time. As I say, because we won downing, it'll be absolutely fine no matter what we do really in this raid. So now we want to make sure we have 2 restores, the rest brew. Sounds like not a lot, promise you it is. Don't need a stamina as well. Specs here. 1 hammer, 1 beach. If you want to get fancy, you can Godbook. And that means you can hammer and then CCB. We're not getting fancy here. If you want to do it on instance 2. Enter... Oh, sorry, I think it's instance 1. Enter tick 67. Some poorly done exhumes from us. But it won't matter. So we're just going to do 1 hammer here, insta. And then we're going to save. There you go, 0 defense. Always worth saving. Have at least 1 person save. Don't worry too much about 5 ticking. If you want a 4.3, that's absolutely fine. I just know it, so I'm just going to do it. You know, every little helps. Just count our hits there. Nice. Now we're on to Verzik. So those is going to be a little bit different to what you're used to. This is why we have the God books with us. There's a sheet, I'll link in the description. Just do what it says. If you need help working it out, let me know. The reason we won down, we now have nearly 5 minutes to do Verzik. Average Verzik's like 3 minutes 30. So we should beat time by about 1:30. So what we're going to do here, one person, tick 0. That's going to be your player 1. That's going to be your mage. We're just swapping it for guide here, so making it, to make him ready. Yep, so what we're looking here, guide's number. If you have the Godbook plugin, you're going to follow that. On tick 148, we're going to start the boss. Tick 148, player number 1 is going to spec 3 times and drop. Player number 2 is going to do Swift Scythe. Spec 3 times, drop. Player 3 is going to do 5 scythes. Pick up. 3 specs, drop. Player 4 is going to do Claw, 7 scythe. 3 spec, drop. And that's always going to be the same, no matter what you do. You're going to stay at the boss. This is why we have 3 brews. If you're really getting screwed up, you can run back. Just make sure you stay above 68 HP at all times. That's the main thing. 68 HP is the magic number. It's going to be absolutely fine. I promise you, you'll do great. It's not hard. Anyone can do it. Just follow my lead. So, get ready. At around tick 110, spawn your through. 120, make sure everyone's ready. And yeah, you can pre-sip 1 brew, 1 restore to get yourself to 115 if you want. I'm not going to because I want to be divine still. Just make sure you turn your prayer on around now. 148, tick start. 5, 6, 7, 8, starting. There you go, he spec 3 times and dropped. What's your HP here? I picked up late, doesn't matter. Just keeping your HP up is the main thing. There's a lot of leniency in that P1. A lot of leniency. Just going to keep our HP up. Going to pot restores. Make sure we're venged. Then just do P2 like normal. Make sure you're comfy. Make sure you're not losing too many hits. P1 is always going to be faster than these. I went to pop the thing, but didn't need it. Just do P2 like normal. Do not need to stress anything. We've got plenty of time. Verzik and Falls is pretty simple. Got plenty of supplies. As you can see, I'm leaving my prayer up. I'm not worried about the fact I've only got 2 restores. Not worried about the fact we don't have a stam. Not worried about anything. The stam's not needed because obviously we're not running back P1. And also P3 should just die, you know? Maybe you've got 10 agility. You might need it, but... So we're going to hit this one twice. We're aiming for a 2 down reds. Same as the trio. Now because of the tick I'm on, I'm going to be claw scratching on the last hit. Don't worry about learning the ticks. I'm just a nerd. Just make sure you're staying in cycle. Just worry about staying in cycle. Worry about not healing. Worry about not getting bounced. That's the main thing. Don't be a nerd like me. Don't lose your life to Tob. We've got a 5 tick here. Nice. And that's it. That's the P2. Just keeping our health up now. If you know Boak, feel free to do it. If you don't, feel free not to do it. It's not that needed. If you don't know it, don't try and do it. Oh, we don't have a stam. Still going to be fine. You see? I'm at 90 stam. Promise you it's still going to be okay. Take hits off prayer. Avenge him. See this damage? It's insane. We're going to beat this Verzik with like a minute and a half to spare. Never lucky with the chalice. There you go. Killed pre-yellows. We've killed it with about a minute and a half to spare. Just goes to show how you don't need the one down. The one down saves around 40 seconds. We still would have had 40 seconds to spare with the rest of that raid. And we didn't even bring full switches. With better gear, obviously, a lot of those rooms would have been faster. I hope this helps you get the force time. I really do. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the description. I stream all the time on Twitch. Twitch.tv/S2L_OSRS. Any question about anything top related, let me know. Obviously, this time is probably the hardest in my books. It's the one people struggle with the most. It's the one people buy the most. Definitely check it out if you can. Trying the one down. If you don't want to, obviously feel free. It's not a necessity. It just helps a lot, as you can see from that time. Sub 14 is crazy. You know, we beat it by a minute 20. Yeah, as I say, let me know if you have any questions. Good luck with the time. Feel free to check out the description for all the guides and stuff. Let me know.